With International Women's Day fast approaching, Balkan women are increasingly questioning gender politics in a region where patriarchal attitudes are still regarded as the norm. Last week in the ethnically Serb mini-state of Republika Srpska, little-known female politician Zelica Stojanovic was highlighted as a potential new head of government after the cabinet resigned. If elected, she would become the first female leader on any level of government in the country. In recent years, women have increasingly been taking leadership positions. In 2011, Kosovo elected its first female president, Artifete Djardjaga, who is keen to encourage more women to push the gender barrier.
The power of the women in the politics is the soft power, I would say. And that is the positive change that our country, countries in the region, and many countries in the world are taking by giving the chance towards the women.
Analysts and politicians have credited closer ties to the West for the social change, and many see the increasingly feminine political landscape as a sign of cultural evolution.
I think it's changing. If you look at where we were like 20 years ago and where we are now, it has to do with cultural change. It has to do with breaking the traditional role that women had, basically seeing them only as part of being in the family, in the household, but not outside in the public space, in being involved in politics.
However, many women in high positions still say they face discrimination and social stigma for not conforming to traditional gender roles.
First of all, they ask you, are you married? What your dad thinks of you traveling alone, surrounded with old men. I mean, it's all these stereotypes and all these profiles of women that have been established in Kosovo, but also in the region, where there is a certain profile, there are certain rules, there are certain duties that a woman must do in order to be complete. And being a minister, being successful in your career doesn't make you a complete human being unless you deliver as a wife.
But there are signs that Balkan voters are warming to the idea of women in power. Many are hoping that female politicians will prove to be less aggressively nationalist and adept at smoothing out strained diplomatic relations.